How did Vietnam's Politburo guide the Doi Moi reforms? Imagine a country facing economic chaos and political uncertainty. That was Vietnam in the 1980s. The country needed change but wanted to keep its communist roots intact. So, how did the leaders steer this delicate balance? The answer lies in how Vietnam's Politburo, the top decision-making body of the Communist Party, guided the Doi Moi reforms. They used a clear strategy focused on stability and control. The Politburo recognized that Vietnam's economy was failing. By the mid-1980s, the centrally planned economy was causing instability and slow growth. Leaders knew that without change, the regime risked losing legitimacy. They decided to introduce market-oriented reforms while keeping political power in their hands. The timing was no accident. The Sixth National Congress in December 1986 was when the party officially announced Doi Moi, meaning renovation. This was a calculated move to control the pace of reform. The Politburo kept tight oversight, giving reformers some room but stopping short of full democratization. They isolated reformist leaders temporarily from political pressures, allowing them to push through radical economic changes quickly. The reforms paired economic liberalization with strict political control. The party introduced market mechanisms, private businesses, and reduced government price controls. But they made it clear that the one-party system would stay. They framed Doi Moi as a return to socialist principles, calling it a socialist-oriented market economy. This language let them adopt capitalist tools without abandoning their communist identity. The Politburo also guided specific economic changes. They abolished the central management system, removed inspection stations, and incentivized production with corporate taxes. In rural areas, they shifted from collective farming to small private enterprises and industrial projects. All these decisions came from above, executed by party cadres and state officials, not through open debate. The leadership kept control over key industries and strategic sectors. They allowed limited competition in less sensitive areas but kept ownership of major industries. This prevented the rise of new economic powers that might challenge their authority. The Politburo's success was in delivering economic growth while suppressing political demands. As protests grew, the leadership saw these as economic frustrations rather than calls for political change. This helped them justify maintaining their monopoly on power. They also managed international relations carefully. Vietnam learned from China's reforms but moved more cautiously. They welcomed foreign investment but kept tight control to protect their political interests. Fast forward to the 2020s, and the Politburo continued to guide reforms. In late 2024, they announced Doi Moi 2.0, emphasizing the private sector as the main driver of the economy. Yet, all decisions were made through party decrees, not elections. They restructured the public sector, merged provinces, and cut ministries, always maintaining ultimate control. This approach shows that Vietnam's communist leadership still guides economic change with a firm hand. They see market activity as a tool to strengthen their rule, not as a threat. The Politburo's guiding hand in Doi Moi has been about balancing economic growth with political stability. They adapted communist ideas to new economic realities, allowing Vietnam to grow while keeping their grip on power. Their strategy has kept the regime alive and thriving, proving that even in a changing world, control remains key.